Hello everyone and welcome into Kendall Ice Arena here in Kendall, Florida, as the Division III Miami Hurricanes look to get their first win of the year as they take home ice against the Florida Tech Panthers. We are just moments away from puck drop here in Kendall Ice Arena. Tonight's starting lineups for the Canes feature Louis DeLuco, Henry Singer, and Nathan Koo as forwards. And the defensive pairs are Chris Michelini and Charles Brandonstein. For the forwards for the Panthers tonight, we have George Booz, Derek Morgia, and Sean Buckley as forwards, as we just get underway here in Kendall Ice Arena. Hard battle in the boards already early, and big hit there. As the Canes gain the zone, there's a shot early by DeLuco. Just misses the puck wide. And Florida Tech will look to clear that out, and it's quickly dumped back in by Michelini. Florida Tech will have the puck now. Having trouble getting out of that zone. Have it at central ice now, as Booz loses the puck there. Raymond Owens with the puck, trying to get around his defender, and that one gets shot out of play. Early action here at Kendall Ice Arena. The Hurricanes entered this one 0-2-0 on the year, searching for that first win of the season. The Florida Tech Panthers are on the whole other side of that spectrum, posting a 2-0 record, taking down Embry-Riddle. And there's a shot that goes wide. Another quick attempt, defended well by the Canes as they regain it back. Great stick work there by Groom. Canes maintain possession. Owens back up top. And Florida Tech will look to clear this out as there's a stoppage in play. We will see what that is. Looks like it's just going to be a neutral zone face-off in the near side boards. There's Owens in there battling. He wins it back. That one's dumped all the way down low. They go chase it. It's one back by Noss. Noss gets it over to Owens. Owens tries to get a pass to the defensive. Big hit there by... Ooh, big chance by the Panthers as Noss attempts to clear that out. Can't completely do it. And it gets pushed all the way down the ice by the Panthers. And finally, a Hurricane regains possession, but there's another blown whistle as the back door just reopened. So they will close that one up. There will be an offensive zone face-off here for the Panthers. A little bit of early chippiness from both of these teams. Obviously the Hurricanes trying to get that first win on the year, so they want to get as much as they can. As there's a quick shot there by Morgia for the Panthers. Saved quickly by Jackson. Another offensive zone draw. There's Buckley in there to take it for the Panthers. They win it back again. It gets lost. Buckley goes chasing after it. He gains possession. There's a attempted pass that goes up into the netting. And we will remain scoreless here with 17:54 to go left in this first period. Another offensive zone draw for the Panthers. Morgia in there again to take it. That one's won back again by Morgia. There's a quick shot by a Panther, and it's saved quickly by Jackson. If you're the Hurricanes here, you just want to get this out of the zone. They've had great zone time to start, the Panthers. As this gets won back again, great edge work there. As there's a quick shot in front by Buckley. Morgia gets the puck again, gets pushed into the corner there. There's another opportunity. Pandemonium in front of the net. And the Kings are just trying to desperately get this one out of the zone, but it stays on the Panther sticks. There's an opportunity again. This one goes back to the D-man. There's a quick shot again by Merjewski. And the teams will make their respective changes here.
Connor, by my count, Miami did have the one shot that went into the net.
By Grooms, his first career start was a shutout as a freshman, which is very impressive in this league. Great to see from Grooms' perspective, as the Canes will have a offensive zone draw here. Siegeman loses that one. They battle down in the corner. And Florida Tech will gain possession. They will go down the ice looking for a man. He finds his man, and it just misses the stick of Leonard. And there's another big hit, very chippy. Lots of borderline illegal hits here early in this first period. As there's a quick shot, tussled away there by Jackson, and that was cleared all the way down the ice for an icing.
I'm really going to be watching Harlan Jackson here. He had a very rough outing in his last game. Stayed in the game to his credit. Allowed 9 goals at FAU. So I'm going to be looking for him to have a good bounce-back game. He's definitely got to find the mental part of the game again. Technically, he's still there.
As there's a little bit changing going on before the Hurricanes bench. Siegeman will take this draw once again against Ravenswitter. He wins that one back. There's another quick shot, blocked in front. And this one will go back to the Canes' way for Michelini as he loses the puck. There's another opportunity that's blocked. That was Josh Goodhand with the opportunity. He regains the puck. There comes Josh. Here's a shot. That one goes just wide. Another battle down low. The Canes find a way to get that one out. Just held in. Henry Stinger helped that one go. And there's another opportunity. Quickly shot out there. Ravenswitter once again. That one goes off a stick and out of play.
One of the things I'm also looking forward to in this game, this is a much improved Florida Tech team. Last year, Miami just, for lack of a better term, wiped the floor with them here. I think this is going to be a much closer game. They obviously are 2-0 on the season, so I think this is a different Florida Tech team than we saw last year.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of competitive play early here at Kendall Ice Arena as the Hurricanes attempt to take that one out. Can't quite do it. And Morgia lost that puck, so here come the Canes. Flick into the zone. A little bit of tied up there by some Panthers. Majzerski with the puck up neutral ice now. There's a shot that goes off a stick and up out of play.
Now, to finish that thought, at the same time, this is a different Miami team than last year, right? This is the D3 team. Last year it was a D3 team, but it was only a D3 team. Most of the D2 players are up in Tampa playing against Tampa's D1 team this weekend. So that leaves just a couple of players. Raymond Owens is suiting up here. The Noss brothers are suiting up here.
Ooh, good back and forth. And that one just misses wide. That was Booze, rather. Owens regains possession of the puck here. He gets a stretch pass that goes wide. And they're going to call that one an icing.
And, of course, you have Harlan Jackson. So this is a much different team on the UM side than we saw last year play this team.
And with that icing, the Florida Tech Panthers will still keep zone time here. They've spent a lot of time in the Hurricanes' end. As that one gets one back and quickly cleared out. That'll let neutral ice, bodies flying. As the Panthers regain the puck, there's Godbout. And he ricochets that one out of play. And another offensive zone face-off for the Panthers.
My count here, not 100% correct. Florida Tech outshooting Miami 7-1.
And that one gets blown dead once again. As Owens, I believe, will step in here for the draw against Leonard. The battle of the 12s here. And Leonard wins that one back for the Panthers. Ooh, another big hit. Physicality is being pushed here early in this first period. As the Canes push this one out, here comes Owens. He's got Noss on his left. Looks like he wants to dish it over to him. He does. And Noss gets a shot, which goes wide, and it's taken by the Panthers. That's Gidley, who gets it turned over. Great job there by Owens to keep that one in the zone, and another opportunity in front, which just goes off the stick there of a Hurricane as the Panthers were in the midst of making a change. Dangerous for too many men on the ice call. And that pass nearly intercepted, but taken by the Canes. There's Hartung. That one's dumped low, and the icing is waved off. Gidley passes it up. Another battle in the boards. The Hurricanes just got to maintain this zone time. I mean, they just really haven't got anything going offensively, and we're well into 7 minutes into this game. But it does look like they're doing a great job keeping possession as they keep dumping it low.
Well, I think the important thing is they've done some good things defensively. They need to get that offense going, but you have this confidence here, 6 minutes into this game,
as there's
it's
a
still
shot
scoreless.
Yeah, not a very fast-paced game today, but the Hurricanes just got to get something rolling on offense. This has got to be the fifth offensive draw for the Panthers, at least. As the Panthers lose that one, and it's rung around the boards. Another scrum there, and there's an opportunity that goes wide. This is... Here come the Panthers, and there's a shot that goes almost in between the legs of Jackson. A dangerous opportunity there. I believe that was Morgia. It was a very slow-moving play there. It was kind of just unfolding in front of us.
Yeah, a lot of traffic in front as well. Just a lot of bodies. And I think that's one of the things you're going to see early on in this game. With the D3 team getting not as much playing time, there may not be as much setup as far as defensive and offensive. There may just be a bunch of guys skating around and hoping to get their six on the puck. But I feel like as the game goes on, they're going to get their systems down.
As the Hurricanes make their way back up the ice, That is Brandenstein. He gets it over the defenseman. This one's behind the Florida Tech neck by Brandenstein. And that one gets brushed out. Rory Dawson passes that one up for Henry Stinger. Keeping the puck hard on the attack. Back into Brandenstein. And that one gets intercepted by a Panther. And there's a big pass. And the Panthers will keep the possession. And there's a dangerous opportunity as Booze missed that one. This one's at center ice now. Merzenjewski back up top to the D-man. And that one's cleared out for the Canes. Battle at the blue line as Ost gets past his Hurricane, but it goes past and it gets left at center ice as the Panthers get a shot on net but goes wide. This one gets dished behind the net for Michelini. Michelini with the puck now. Passes up ahead. And it gets dropped off for a shot from
finally another shot on goal for the Hurricanes. You mentioned in there Henry Skinger, an interesting story about Skinger. He's from Chicago, but he ended up playing his high school hockey in Kentucky. Just an interesting little factoid as we meet some of our new players here for the Canes.
And here's a D-to-D opportunity for the Canes. Noss in the corner there with Owens, but Owens can't quite get to it. So the Panthers try to get that one out of neutral zone, but Owens will regain possession as he falls over and loses the puck, but gets dumped down for the Panthers. There's Green. Green dumps it all the way down. And Owens will try to get this one out. And he does successfully. Owens just creeping his way in. Couldn't get it past the multiple black jerseys as he keeps the puck here. Doing a great job. And he gets a shot on net, but just goes off a stick. Owens still with the puck here. He's got to find an outlet pass as that one goes off the stick. Canes keeping good possession. Noss in the battle now with Ravenswetter. And the Canes find a way to keep that one into the zone. Owens with a shot. That one goes wide.
Delay penalty here.
As Hardung kept that one in the zone for the Canes, but the Panthers will touch that one up, and we will see what that penalty was all about. I think they're going to get... Not really sure who they're going to get there. It's not listed on my roster.
I believe that's Cohen Horwater.
Interesting there.
On the rough.
As the Canes get an opportunity here to potentially get one on the board here in this relatively uneventful first period for both sides. The Stinger has that one behind the net for the Canes. That one goes back upside to Brandenstein. Brandenstein thinking about a shot. He passes it back to Stinger. He takes a shot that gets blocked in front by a Panther. And pandemonium in front of the net once again. As the Canes will regain possession, there's a quick shot that goes wide there by DeLuco. There's a shot there by Brandenstein that goes wide. Canes doing a great job keeping this puck in as Skinger will pass it across.
Miami, up until then, getting the puck in the direction of the net. but no shots on net in this power play so far.
As they just missed the stick there. And this one's going to get cleared all the way down. Great pressure here by the Panthers. Oh, excellent move, and there's a shot and a goal. Way to see who that was. That was Morgia off the pass from Booze. And that one finds its way into the back of the net.
Ah, we missed it. We missed it on our replay. Sorry about that, folks.
That one kind of just trickled out of the zone. Didn't really look like it was going to be anything. But Booze directed it towards Morgia. And the Panthers take an early 1-0 lead. It will still remain a Hurricanes power play here, as Nas has this puck now. Owens will regain possession. He'll just skate his way up the ice, looking for any kind of pass. Looking for options here, Owens. Owens passes it back. Back to Owens now, trying to direct traffic, trying to direct some Hurricanes. And that one goes way over the net. That was Brandenstein's shot. That one's kept in there by a Hurricane, but quickly blocked by a Panther. And that was going to go all the way down the ice as the Hurricanes just try to regain possession of this puck. Just ran out of power play time. Now, Justin, if you're the Hurricanes, something's just not going right in this game. How would you get back into this one?
Well, I think you got to take the positives. And for Miami, they're coming off of a very disheartening loss to FAU last weekend. You take this as a positive. You've gone almost 15 minutes into this game, only allowing one goal. It's a confidence boost for Harlan Jackson. He's allowed one goal on 11 shots. I'm looking at the positives right now. I don't think the Hurricanes are really playing that bad right now.
Yeah, lots of back and forth between these two. I just think you need more quality shots on net, rather just shots on net at that.
Yeah, 100%. But again,
it was outside.
That was off the outside the net. It's not going to be a shot on goal. But with how rough it was going in their last game, you've got to take the positives.
Absolutely. As the Hurricanes go behind the net, and it just gets lost in between the skates. Lots of bodies in front of that net. But the Hurricanes keep possession as Nas just goes off the glove of Brandenstein.
Ethan Block just did something there that I wouldn't recommend at this point. The D3 team has only scored one goal, and that came from D2 player Brendan Moore. He's trying to go around, try to get a wraparound. Right now, don't get too cute. Just try to get pucks on net.
The Hurricanes lose that one once again. Caught in the skates there.
And for a lot of these guys on the Hurricanes, this is their first time playing a game here at Kendall. The ice is different, so you definitely have to adapt your play.
Yeah, I was in the car with, and there's a shot by George Booze that goes just wide. The Panthers will keep this one in the zone. Booze once again with the puck. Back up to DePool, who gets a shot on net, and that one gets saved by Jackson. As I was saying, though, I was in the car with Dylan Siegeman, one of the new additions to the squad. He broke his hand earlier in July, but was talking about how excited he was for this first game as he steps in for the faceoff draw. He loses that one back for the Panthers. Another dangerous pass in front, but nothing there as this one goes into the Panthers zone. Panthers look to clear this one out. They do successfully. That was Michelini, clicks that one back out to Elzaldi. And Zaldi pressuring that Panther, but was unable to cause any issues, so the Panthers will get pushed off the puck there. And it'll go right back to a Panther stick.
Yeah, and I think that's something the Hurricanes need to do as well. Nobody's really established a physical presence in this game, and then get the offense.
That's Asaldi rather. Just a lot of interesting play here in this first period. Still 1-0 Florida Tech with 3:58 left to go in this first period. Stinger steps in for the draw. He wins that one back to Brandenstein. Brandenstein gets it up to Stinger. He goes up, gets it past the defender. He's going to take a shot that just goes right off the pad of Groom. And Florida Tech's going to clear this one out. Hurricanes with possession once again. Anzaldi got that one deep, but the Panthers regain possession, but it goes right back to the Hurricanes. There's Michelini. Michelini misses the pass to Koo. Koo regains possession, tries to get the pass in front towards Anzaldi, and that one goes out of the zone, and it goes right back into the Panthers zone. Quick hit. Koo is on the puck, unable to corral it, and Brandenstein gets it right back. And a little slow pass there to Dawson. And that causes the Panthers to have this great opportunity in front of the net, but it just kind of gets stopped above the circles as Brandenstein goes all the way down the ice, kind of playing that forward role, rather, as a defenseman.
Yeah, the Hurricanes have a couple of guys that can do that, come up in the play. Michelini, one of the examples, the captain of this team. He's been playing forward when he's drawn in on the D2 team, but he's a defenseman by trade.
And the Hurricanes will get possession here. That is Koo with the pass up to Shalou. And there's going to be delayed penalty here with 2:04 left to go. They clear the net. Jackson goes to the bench. Hurricanes with Owens now. Owens with speed, takes a shot that gets blocked by a Panther. And it goes behind the Florida Tech net as Owen finds it again. And a quick shot there, unable to find the back of the net. But another power play for the Hurricanes coming up next. Looks like they're going to call interference on that one, I believe, on Morgia.
A great opportunity there for Miami. That was a good 20 seconds with an extra attacker, and they did get a shot off, but unfortunately not in the back of the net.
Owens stepping in for this power play for the Hurricanes. He loses that draw, and it gets quickly cleared out for Brandenstein. Brandenstein backed up to Owens. Owens quickly up the ice, looking for Noss, unable to find him. Michelini with the shot, goes off the post. Really close chance there for the Canes. There's Michelini again. He takes another shot that gets blocked off a Panther. That was Booze that blocked that shot. He's limping off the ice now as Owens gets possession, gets it up to Brandenstein. Brandenstein loses that one, and that one goes all the way down the ice for Michelini. Michelini will drop it off to Owens. Owens will skate up the ice now in neutral ice. Looking for any kind of outlet pass. He'll put on the brakes. He'll dump it low. There's a battle with Noss. Back up to Brandenstein. And Brandenstein couldn't quite get it to Michelini as that one goes all the way down the ice. 28 seconds left to go in this first period. 40 seconds left to go in the power play for the Hurricanes. As Brandenstein, once again, playing that offensive role, that two-way role that the Hurricanes want to see. He'll dump that one low to Bloch. Bloch gets it in front. There's an opportunity that just goes off a pad. There's another quick shot there. As there's 3, 2, 1, and this period will come to an end. 1-0 lead for the Florida Tech Panthers as the Hurricanes are kind of hanging their head at the end of this first period. Not a terrible period for the Hurricanes, but it'll be interesting to see how they come out into this second period of play to hopefully tie this one up and hopefully take the lead.
Yeah, I think Miami played this one really well. I'm not complaining about Miami's play. It's only a 1-0 game. There's plenty of time left. I saw some good physicality. I saw a great, minute 45 of that power play. They had a couple of shots on net, really starting to get things going. I'm not worried right now. I think Miami will get a goal quick in the second, tie this game up.
Well, that'll do it for this first period here at Kendall Ice Arena. You are watching the University of Miami hockey on YouTube.
It's not the right.
We will catch you after this break.
That's what we wanted to see. Support your Miami Hurricanes. You see that little QR code on your screen. Any donation helps. It helps get the players on the road, helps with the ice time, helps with the broadcast. Any little bit helps. Please donate so that we can keep giving you these games for free on YouTube. After the first period, it's 1-0 Florida Tech. 1-0 Panthers as we head to the second period. That first period for Miami, honestly, probably the best period they played all season. Connor Stein, this is a very crucial game for Miami. This is probably a very crucial period for Miami. They really need to get on the board if they want a chance to get the win, because Florida Tech is definitely impressing.
Yeah, this has been a big back-and-forth game, but with Florida Tech with the big shot advantage, as we saw earlier. But into that latter period, into the later part of that period, rather, we saw the Hurricanes kind of establish a little bit more fight. But it was still great to see. And the Hurricanes will start this period on the power play with 14 seconds to go as we get set for center ice puck drop.
One of the big complaints people have about our broadcast is we're never on time. So I decided that we're going to give you the clock so we can't be wrong.
Yeah.
How's that sound, Connor?
That's awesome. I mean, you get the best of both worlds. You get, the great Miami broadcast, and then you get the scoreboard live here at Kendall Ice Arena in Kendall, Florida. I really want to see some more offensive zone time for the Hurricanes here. Just get up on the right foot. As in that first period, they came out a little bit wonky, but they recovered as they have their top line out here of Owens, Noss, and
shots on goal in that period, not as bad as I initially thought. Officially, they put 13-7 in favor of Florida Tech. It definitely felt a little bit more lopsided than that.
We'll
All right, Connor, here we go.
And a quick whistle.
False start.
False
We'll
start,
try this
football
again.
term. It'll be Noss in to take the draw now as Owens got kicked out. Noss wins that one back to Brandon Stein. That goes across to Michelini. Michelini over to Owens. Owens dumps that one down the ice for Noss. The Panthers have this one now, and Owen keeps that one in the zone, races over to it. Pass across to Noss. Noss falls over, loses the puck, and the Panthers regain possession. They get a quick shot that goes out of play. That was Buckley. And it seems like there's lots of loud comments from the Florida Tech bench. I don't know what they quite saw, but Buckley shot that one out of play, and it'll be an offensive draw for the Panthers. Panthers win that one back. There's Booze. Booze loses it to Brandon Stein. Brandon Stein over to Owens. Owens in neutral ice now. He tries to get past his defender. He does. But gets quickly pushed off, and there's an opportunity in front that goes to try. Michelini now. Michelini dancing around defenders, but loses the puck. Owens races to it. He gets it. There's a shot in front that goes off the pad of Groom, and the Panthers will clear this one out. There's Booze. Booze over to Buckley. Buckley with the shot that gets blocked, and Ost will keep it in for the Panthers. And Noss will skate up the ice now. Seems like the Hurricanes are relying more on their veterans of this team. This is a very young roster here for the Hurricanes. You were mentioning, you're also our PA here, Justin, our lovely PA as well. You heard a lot of freshmen in that starting lineup as the Panthers regain possession in their zone.
Listen, that doesn't mean much for this team. Last year's Miami team, the combined team, had majority of the team were freshmen and sophomores. So it doesn't mean that you're going to be a bad player. It just might take a little bit more time to get seasoned and to really show what you got.
Yeah, they got to get used to this club hockey feel. coming from their respective high schools. As there's a turnover there by a Hurricane and a shot that goes off the pad of Jackson. And it's taken back by the Canes. It gets cleared out, goes past Koo, and that one goes all the way down the ice for an icing. Yeah, big turnover there in the defensive zone for the Hurricanes. Almost spelled trouble, but they cleared it out just in time. As the Panthers will get a face-off draw to the left of Jackson.
I think one of the advantages when you have a younger team is actually on these icings, because a lot of times the freshmen think they could just keep skating around in circles. So they have a little bit more energy. So if you ice a puck 2 or 3 times with this younger team, it's really not the disadvantage that it might be for an older team.
As Nas tried to connect with Koo, that was just misses him wide. Koo will pressure as there's a little bit of tussle behind the play, no whistle, and the Panthers try to regain zone. That Panther gets behind as DeLuca goes up the ice. Del Duco, rather, sorry. And the Panthers with a great pass there. And
we're going to have... Oh.
No, it's going to be delayed offside.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused there. They're working with one linesman today. So I think the ref is just functioning as a second linesman. But I was thinking the same thing you were, delayed penalty.
No, but it was just a delayed offside there as the Hurricanes regain possession. That is Dawson. He passes it up. Puck left free at neutral ice now. There's a big shot that goes wide there by Dawson. Dawson finds it back on his stick. That one goes off his stick, and a 3-on-1 opportunity here for the Panthers. There's a pass across, and it goes off the stick, and they're going to get him for a penalty.
Oh, there's a man down. They got to stop play.
Man, I believe that might have been Booze. He came down hard. Rather, that was... Still trying to see who that was, but either way, the Panthers are going to go on the power play. That was Morgia. Derek Morgia for the Panthers. Took a big fall.
They're going to get Ethan blocked there for the tripping call. Just 2 minutes. Definitely looked a little bit more serious, I think, than it was.
Just roof that puck, and he finds the back of the net.
And he can't blame Jackson for that. It just wasn't there. You know, he was doing everything he could. He lost the stick. He was doing everything he could to stop that puck.
Yeah, I was surprised he made 1 or 2 saves before that went into the back of the net. As the Panthers take a 2-0 lead here with 13:30 left to go in the second period. Hurricanes with possession. There's Owens. And they're going to get Noss for offside there as he got a little too antsy on that blue line.
All right, so now Miami has to reset. Down 2, about halfway home. You need a goal pretty quick here. That was a fluky goal. We can't fault the defense. We can't fault the goalie. It just kind of sat there, right? They did everything they could to get that puck swatted out of the way. Right now, you just got to get the puck in the back of the net.
Yeah, just a ton of pandemonium in front of the net.
If only hockey was that easy, right? Just get the puck in the back of the net.
It's never a good thing when the puck is kind of just dancing on that line. As there's a quick shot, they score!
There it is.
Ray Owens with traffic in front. And the Hurricanes make this a 2-1 game.
Well, that was the goal we were looking for, right? See this on the replay. Just kind of snuck its way through.
I believe they're going to get Owens that goal, but it might have hit off another stick. But hey, that's what you just got to do. Just get shots on goal, put the pressure in front of the net. I mean, that's basically what Florida Tech did just about 2 minutes ago. And the Hurricanes chip in to this lead. Brandon Stein with the puck. He passes in front, goes off the stick of a fellow Hurricane.
That's like the one thing you don't want to do right after you score a goal is ice the puck. You got the momentum in your favor, and now you're going to give up an offensive zone face-off to the opponent.
So it will be offensive zone face-off for the Panthers. This is going to be Siegeman in with Chanchu, excuse me. Panthers win that one back. Nicolini gets that one out of the harm's way. Siegeman on the attack, unable to get it past. And here come the Panthers. There's a quick shot saved by Jackson. Siegeman. And that one's going to be blown offside. I like that shift out of there by Siegeman. A lot of pressure. He never really gave up. Full gas for him there. That's what you want to see out of Hurricanes here.
Yeah, for Miami right now, again, you've got the momentum in your favor. You just want to keep this going. The past two face-offs have been in the neutral zone toward their defensive end and in your defensive zone. That's not good, but you still have that offensive momentum getting the last goal.
And Florida Tech will clear this one out. Or no, they don't, rather. Hurricanes keep that one in. This one goes down for Hartung. Hartung loses that puck. And it goes on the stick. Here's a quick shot by a Panther. That one goes off the pad of Jackson. And the Panthers will keep possession, circling around the circle. There's another quick shot. Amazing save there by Jackson. And that one's blocked by two Hurricanes as the Panthers somehow keep possession, and that one gets behind Jackson.
Well, that's one both the Hurricanes and Harlan Jackson are going to want it back. We take a look at the replay. Just a careless interception there. And it leads to a very easy goal because that interception was pretty much in the blue paint.
Yeah, it looks like after that first attempted clear, most of the Hurricanes were basically by the blue line, so it kind of left two black jerseys basically by themselves with Jackson and a quick 1-2 pass, and it ended up in the back of the net. And it's 3-1 Panthers with 11 minutes to go in the second period.
And if you're Florida Tech right now, you've gotten that 2-goal cushion back, and that should give them a little bit of confidence boost here heading into the second half of the game.
And Florida Tech will try to get this one out of the zone as this one's blown dead.
I didn't see the call.
Are they going to get it?
Looks like it's going to be a penalty.
I think they might have got a Hurricane for an elbow. It happened way behind the play. It was by the blue line. I don't know if our camera quite picked it up, but Florida Tech's bench basically exploded in wanting a call.
And Miami's bench is just confused.
But they're going to
It is an elbow.
There is going to be a power play for the Florida Tech Panthers with 10:39 to go.
I believe that's Michael Noss. Yes, Michael Noss for the elbow.
And the Hurricanes quickly shuffle this one out, but it's blocked back in by a Panther. Michelini cleared that one all the way down the ice. And the Hurricanes will get to catch their breath here. Here come the Panthers on the attack, quick with speed. They're into the zone. That one gets stopped by Hartung at the blue line. And here comes Skinger. Skinger with a shot on net that just goes west wide. And the Panthers will skate up the ice once again. That's Booze. Battle in the corner for the puck now. Michelini cleared that one off the glass. And the Hurricanes will get a penalty kill change, rather. Noss quick on the attack there. He gets outmaneuvered.
The key for Miami right now, by the way, kill off the next 39 seconds. They can do that. They might get a little bit of momentum heading into the second half of the game.
Noss tried to get that one out. Quick shot that gets blocked. And Noss tried to get that one out of neutral ice as he bangs body with a Panther.
And wouldn't that be something if one of the Noss brothers scores while the other one's in the box?
How about polar opposites? As the Panthers will take a shot, and that one goes out of play. That was Morgia with the shot.
I want to go back to Harlan Jackson. We've talked about him ad nauseum tonight. Don't let the 3-1 score fool you. He's made 17 saves on 20 shots. One of those probably shouldn't have been something that he even had to save. The other one, there was a bunch of play in front of the net. So that's 2 of the 3 goals right there. There's probably 1 goal to his credit. There's another shot that you could say, okay, maybe he shouldn't have let that one in. But I think technically, and it looks like mentally, he's really back to what we saw last year.
As this one gets played with at center ice. Owens with the puck. Dangerous shot. And that one goes just wide.
Yeah, I think he was trying to backhanded pass.
Oh, good sauce pass there by Owens. Oh, my goodness, what an opportunity.
That was the best chance of the game for either team.
And there's a stoppage of play. A little bit of talking there.
Yeah, they're going to get both guys probably for either roughing or unsportsmanlike conduct. Well, let's take a look at this opportunity.
But, man, talk about – let's see how this happens.
It's a great pass.
Sauces that one over a Florida Tech Panthers stick. Excuse me.
I don't have a 55. Is that Matt Rocket? I think that's Matt Rocket. He was on my roster without a number, and there's no 55 on my roster, so I'm just going to, by process of elimination, we're going to go with that.
I have 91 for him on my mind, but hey,
go.
We'll go with it. We'll roll with it.
Yeah, we're going to roll with it.
As Owens wins that one back for Brennenstein. Brennenstein plays catch with the Florida Tech defender. Florida Tech with the puck and neutralized, dumps it low, and Brennenstein is going to collect that puck, circle around the Hurricanes net. He loses that puck. Great move there by Godbout. Loses that puck. Here comes Koo. Koo puts on the brakes. Surveys. Finds Brennenstein. Brennenstein up to Owens. Owens loses that puck. Battle on the blue line. Owens regains possession. Puts on the brakes. Great maneuvering there by Owens. He's got Koo on his left. He tries to get it to Koo, just misses his stick. And a big hit there on Koo. Koo got cut with his head down, rather, sorry. And Owens will get that puck turned over. Great poke check there by Koo. It was a massive hit as the Panthers have an opportunity that goes just off the stick. Brennan Stein tries to get it off the Panther. This one goes back up to the point. And Koo will just take this one back to Owens. Owens will dump that one all the way down the ice, and the Hurricanes, rather, will go for a change. And they got to be careful because there's a lot of bodies on the ice while they're changing. That's not what you want to see as the Hurricanes regain possession at center ice.
I was just going to say, if it makes you feel any better, the scorer's booth also does not know who number 55 for Miami is. They just have it as unsportsmanlike conduct for the bench.
We're doing what we can here at Kendall Ice Arena as there's another whistle with just under 6 minutes left to go in this second period. 3-1 Florida Tech.
And just to pull back the curtain for the people watching at home, it's not uncommon for a player to maybe wear a different jersey. Sometimes they have a different number in the green jersey, a different number in the white jersey. So, again, we apologize for not knowing who is in that jersey, but it is a Miami player.
As Florida Tech on the counterattack now. They get that one out, and bodies kind of fly in, and that puck gets cleared out by Michelini. Michelini dumps that one all the way down the ice, and icing gets weighed off. The Panthers regain possession, but quickly brushed aside by Michelini up for Skinker rather. And
they're going to call this hit. It was a hit into the bench. I think they will, yep. It's going to be a roughing call here with 5.5 left here in the second period.
I believe that was Hartung. No, it wasn't. That was trying to get a clean.
So that's what caused the rough.
Not what you want to see here when you're down 2 goals into the latter part of this second period. But the Panthers will go on the man advantage with 5:26 left to go in this second period.
Got to kill this penalty.
Brennan Stein tries to clear that one out, kept in by a Panther. The Panthers get a shot, the quick shot, they score. That was Chancio with a little bit of traffic in front, and the Panthers take a 4-1 lead, commanding 4-1 lead.
Yeah, it's still early. We still got 25 minutes left in this game, but that could be an early dagger.
Yeah, that would just kind of almost surprise Jackson. Kind of just let that one fly, and when you get shots on net, good things are bound to happen, and a good thing happened there for the Panthers as they take a 4-1 lead. This one goes in between the Hurricane defenders, rather. Clear it out. Not before the Panthers can get back in. And there's going to be another blown whistle as I think they're going to get Florida Tech for a penalty now. I think it's going to be another rough on Gidley.
Yeah, Jared Gidley, excuse me, it's his first penalty of the season.
The big defenseman takes the call, and if you're the Hurricanes, this is pretty much do or die.
Oh, you got to score on this power play.
Absolutely.
There's no question.
They have not done well this season But if you need to score, you need to score now, as that one gets quickly cleared out all the way down the ice. And the Hurricanes will re-evaluate. Michelini across to Brennenstein. Brennenstein up the ice now. Gets it pickpocketed by a Panther, and that one goes down the ice. Blocked by Michelini. Michelini trying to make something happen offensively, and a big hit there on Michelini by Ost. And that one gets cleared all the way down the ice. As you were saying, though, earlier, though, Justin, these two-way forward defenseman duos have really shined in this game, I feel. I feel like they've almost had to, as they try to make anything happen offensively.
Yeah, I think the big thing for Miami right now is you're seeing they're being outworked. They're being out-fitness. I think that's the big thing right now. There's some bigger bodies out there for Florida Tech, but they just have the fitness advantage. They're skating laps around them.
And there's a terrible turnover by the Hurricanes, but it's quickly taken up by Noss.
Yeah,
Noss in neutral ice.
Jackson was trying to cover up, but there was nobody to cover. You're not going to get a cover up when there's nobody around you.
And there's a shot that goes trickled into Groom's breadbasket.
And then just to finish that thought, so he was trying to cover up, but there was nobody around him. And then when he took his glove off the puck to try to play the puck, he just couldn't get a handle on it.
Nevertheless, the Hurricanes will have an offensive draw.
And again, 43 seconds on this power play.
Skinger wins that one back for the Hurricanes, but it's quickly taken away by the Panthers and quickly dropped back behind the Florida Tech goal. And there's going to be another whistle. Can't quite see what happened there. Oh. I can't really tell what the call was.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Either way, it's going to be...
We'll do it again. We'll just start over.
It will be a
Another
face-off
yeah.
to the right of Groom. Skinger wins it back for Owens. Owens looking for some help, but couldn't find it, and it gets turned over once again. And the Hurricanes take this one back. And it gets laced down the ice. But the Hurricanes just can't maintain zone time on this power play, as Del Duco loses that one, and then there's a big shot by the Panthers that gets shuffled away by Jackson, and there's another opportunity kept in the zone. Once again, the Panthers are just doing a great job staying in the Hurricane zone. Dangerous opportunity in front of the net. And that one gets pushed away by Koo. Koo tries to find Skinger, but couldn't find him, and the Panthers are on the counterattack. Couldn't find him, and there's a shot that just goes wide. Koo will just miss.
Miami bench looking for a penalty in front of Florida Tech's bench.
But you cannot forget about the counterattack for the Panthers. Is all the white jerseys kind of just disappeared, but nevertheless, we will have a icing.
Yeah, it's a weird icing call. I thought it was touched past the red line, but icing is the call.
I really thought that was back and forth.
Well, one of the things that I wanted to point out, I feel like I've said every broadcast, wow, this X team looks better than they did last year. I think it's a combination of things. I think that, with the Miami having to split teams, maybe not that secret sauce that they had last year to really be dominant. But I also think that Miami's win, Florida's win, national championships, South Carolina's national championship, FAU being runners-up, Florida Southern being runners-up, has really changed the way recruiting for these club teams in the state of Florida is. Players want to come here the teams, not just Miami, the teams around them are getting better.
I mean, it's great for the sport, though. As we say, though, I mean, competition in club hockey is always awesome. Something you want to see. These are fun games to call.
Yeah,
we want to keep them fun.
One of the things that, a lot of my friends, they don't understand. They say, well.
And that shot just whistles wide off of Anzaldi's stick.
They say, well, you're calling it club hockey. It's a club sport. But what a lot of people don't understand is that the club hockey culture, as there's going to be a penalty on Miami. I'll get back to that thought in a moment.
And they're going to get Siegeman there. Little thing behind the ice. And Florida Tech is chirping like in crazy right now.
A lot of these guys on the team, got guys and girls, there are a couple of female players on the team, were here last year for that demoralizing loss. So they understand. This means a lot to them that they're up 4-1 in this game. It means a lot to them. This is a special game for them to really come out and show that, hey, we're here to play.
As the refs kind of confer here, they're definitely going to get Siegeman for that call.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Kind of surprised they didn't get a bench warning at least, as the Panthers bench was just kind of going insane on the refs. But nevertheless, a Florida Tech power play here with 1:05 left to go. 2-minute power play. This will extend it to the next period if they do not score within this 1:05.
This is the last minute of play in the second period.
Booze gets it over. And it gets quickly cleared out. And here comes a 2-on-1 opportunity. Two Hurricanes coming in. There's a quick shot that gets blocked there by Groom. And the Panthers on the counterattack. Great save there by Jackson to stand on his toes. Oh goodness, great feed there over to Booze. Couldn't quite tell which Panther that was as they come flying back in. Just offensive opportunity after offensive opportunity for the Panthers, rather. Still maintaining that zone time. 4 seconds to go, and this one gets cleared all the way down, and that'll do it for the second period. 4-1. Florida Tech at the end of this second period. The Panthers will start the second period on the power play. It'll be interesting to see how the Hurricanes come out into the next period. Definitely a lot worse of a performance in that second period, but either way, I think it was just puck luck at the end of the day. Shots just fell.
I do want to finish that thought that I had just a minute ago about club hockey in the state of Florida. We're seeing it with all the opponents. First of all, Miami's coming in with a target on their backs, right? So everybody's going to bring their A game. But we've seen these teams get better around Miami. And I tell people, hey, I do club hockey. I announce college club hockey. They say, well, it's a club sport. It's just people messing around, having fun on the ice. But especially down here in the South, where we don't have Division I, Division II, Division III hockey, this is as close as it gets. And these guys, they play at a pace that's probably equal to a Division III NCAA team. They may not get the practice time that a Division I program's going to get, but they're traveling to games. They're, all season, too. It's all year round pretty much. They're putting in the effort. They're in the weight room. These guys take this very seriously, and the growth of college hockey here in the state of Florida, if it continues at this pace, I don't think it'll be long before we see NCAA hockey here in the state of Florida.
That would be awesome. I mean, I attended the national championship game just a couple years ago between.
You saw my Quinnipiac Bobcats win the national
Man,
championship. I was there.
You were?
That was our first championship.
Wow, I was there too.
Yeah, I was there.
Wow, talk about, crossing paths.
Yeah.
But we just didn't know.
Yeah, that's my alma mater. I would have missed that for the world.
Yeah, but that was an electric finish there in Tampa, Florida.
Hey, if you want to help the university, hit the right button here. There we go. If you want to help the University of Miami hockey program grow, you see that QR code on the screen. Help us out. Any little bit it helps. Gets us ice time, gets the players good accommodations when they're on the road. Just helps us out. There's a lot of travel expenses. There's a lot of expenses here to get the broadcast to you. We do it for free. Any help that you can give us, we'd really appreciate it. That QR code on your screen. So after 2 periods of play, Miami not exactly where they want to be, down 4-1. We'll be back for the third period. It should still be exciting. 4-1 Miami trails. We'll see what happens.
Don't go anywhere.
time for the third period here, and for Miami, they're going to have to really dial it up here, down 4-1. Miami really had a good first period. They ended up down 1-0. That second period, though, was rough. They let up a couple of takeaways in the defensive zone that led to easy goals. We're ready to get going here, and here to take us through the third period is Connor Stein.
Thank you, Justin. As we get set for this third period, looks like the Hurricanes, they will start on the penalty kill as the Panthers quickly take possession early into this third period. That one stumped all the way down the boards, quickly taken away by Brennan Stein, but turned back over. There's a pass across for a Tech player. They play ring around the Rosie with the puck. Caught in the skates there. Buckley with the puck now. Buckley back over to Majewski, and it's loose in front of the net. Can't find it, and they score. Man, it's very similar scene to the a goal ago, where the puck just kind of got lost in the crease, and the Panthers take a 5-1 lead.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay here.
This was very slow developing.
Yeah, again, Florida Tech's done a really good job of getting traffic in front of Jackson. And one of the things about Jackson being a non-traditional goalie is he just kind of moves, right? So it's just a big body moving through the crease, not really falling down, just kind of moving around. And if you can get the puck around him, he doesn't usually have a stick when there's a lot of pressure in front of him. You can get the puck around him, and there's no way that he can stop it.
As the Canes will try to clear it out of the zone. That's Skinger. Skinger gets it to Koo. Koo dribbles it. And there's Hartung. Hartung around the center of the circle, and that one goes off the stick of Koo, and the Tech Panthers will come the other way. Brennan Stein misses the pass to Del Duco. Del Duco gets hit by that puck up high, but it's kept in the zone by Koo. Great job to backhand that one into the back of the zone. Big hit there by Skinger, sorry. And there's Noss. Finds its way back. A stretch pass and stretch shot, rather. And just a little confusion as it finds its way back on the stick of Del Duco. And it goes all the way down the ice for a DDD pass for the Hurricanes.
Yeah. I think Miami right now, you've got to look at the small things. You've got to look at the small victories. And you're not going to win this game most likely. So try to get a couple of goals. It's such a tight turnaround. We haven't even mentioned this. We're going to be back at 10:15 tomorrow morning. There is literally no rest for these guys because think about it. I'm sure when you played, the last thing you want to do when you get off the ice is go to sleep. You've got a lot of pent-up energy. So these guys are going to be up until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning most likely. And then they got to be back here for a 10:15 game. Not back here at 10:15 for a 10:15 game.
Yeah, just speaking from experience, I'm sure a lot of the guys have had actually similar experiences where, as that one goes for an icing, they're up for tournaments most of the time. That weekend tournament, you're there Friday night playing a game. Then the next morning, say you lose that one, you're there like 7:15 in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's how it was for me. I'm there, puck drop at 7:45 in the morning, and I'm like, oh, man. So I can't even imagine tomorrow. They're going to be off pure adrenaline tonight.
There's your bench warning, by the way. Finally.
Yeah, it seemed like they were going to allow Kua, who with a lot of chirps tonight.
It was just a matter of when, not if, right? But yeah, so it was interesting. Miami, pretty consistently, Miami plays. I'll hold that thought for a second.
Owens gets this puck from Nos, and he gets taken down. No call. Maybe should have been a trip as the Panthers step into the zone. Just bodies flying everywhere. Very similar to the 2 past goals, and that stretch pass goes off the stick of Owens for an icing.
So let's talk game times here, right? Miami typically plays their Friday night games 8 o'clock, which they did tonight. They typically play their Saturday games 3, 5, depending on the week. So the 10-15 game is totally weird for them. Let's turn the tables. They may have an advantage. Florida Tech plays their home games at 11 o'clock p.m. every home game. So they're going to skate into their stride right about now, right? Because we're looking at, 10 o'clock. So these guys are right where they're usually getting ready for a game.
Exactly.
So that just adds another wrinkle to this thing. They're going to be playing at a totally unusual time.
And talk about 11 p.m. puck drop. That's no joke.
Yeah, they actually have a game, at least on the schedule. I don't know if this is true, but on the schedule, they actually have a game, I believe it's coming up either next week or the following week, that's supposed to start at 12:30 a.m.
I know a similar team, the Kentucky club team. Their barn gets really rowdy. Their games are always, they call them like the midnight something. I don't know what it's called, but it's one of the greatest sights in college club hockey. If you can make it out to a Kentucky home game randomly, it's just a sight to see apparently, but they always play at midnight. Late start times here in not only College Hockey South, but also ACHA.
That was a little bit high with the elbow, no call.
Seems like the referees are almost letting them play a little bit.
Well, I think at this point, you really don't want to. It's a fine line, right?
Ooh.
Now they're going to call that.
Wow. That is kind of crazy. They were letting stuff fly, and then all of a sudden, there was a hit, and they're a little
Calling an elbow. I think they're going to
extracurricular.
get another one here, too.
Little bit of extracurriculars after the whistle.
And that's what I was going to say. You don't want it to get too physical, especially with the game tomorrow. If this was just them tiring themselves out and that's it, we go home, go to our respective homes, right? Not a big deal. But now you've got a game tomorrow.
Yeah, I want.
There's a Florida Tech player headed back to the locker room.
Right in front of us.
Yeah.
That was
It's their captain, Jacob Medeiros. He's favoring his right side as he walks back to the locker room. He's probably done for the night. They don't need him at this point.
with this 4-goal lead as the referees are kind of conferring with the Miami bench right now. Probably just trying
I
to.
think there's going to be a couple penalties here. They called the initial elbow. But I saw a hit. It probably wasn't an elbow. It was a very hard hit.
It was just kind of like one of those things where it's like
Yeah.
you see one big hit, and then they call the other big hit on the other
Michael
side.
Noss was slow to get back to the bench. And I think there's going to be – maybe they're just going to get the one penalty. I don't see anybody else going to the bench. I don't see anybody else going to the locker room. Well, there is a Miami player over by the locker room, so there may have been an ejection. Well, maybe he's coming back. He may have just had an equipment issue. Yeah, maybe just had to use the restroom.
It's a nice set of hair on him as the Panthers will have a 2-minute power play with 15:10 left to go in this third period. They will cycle this one. Some traffic in front once again.
And no, that is a Miami player who's done for the game to the bottom of this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can't really see when that happened.
I guess for the elbow.
A little bit of confusion.
Or at least that's who I have on my roster as 66. But you may.
Yeah, that's right.
Hartung, right?
Yeah. As there's a shot that goes just off the side of the net. It looks like they gave. And there's a quick shot, quick save by Jackson. Trying to get this whole penalty figured out.
Yeah, the only thing I can think is the game misconduct, because if it was a 10-minute misconduct, he would have been in the penalty box because there was 14:28. 2 plus a 10 would be 12. So he would technically still have about 3 minutes that he could have played. So I think it's a 2 in a game.
I was just a little bit confused because on our screen here, we just have a little bit of different names, but nevertheless, the Florida Tech Panthers will remain on the power play, keeping great zone time against the Hurricanes. And that one's intercepted by Koo, but kept in the zone by Medjugorski. So at that point, and there's a quick backhand shot by Buckley that goes just wide. This one's back to Medjugorski. It goes back down. They play touch pass. And back and forth they go. There's a quick shot that just goes wide. And this one's going to go all the way down the ice. And Florida Tech is going to recollect. And there's another delayed penalty on the Hurricanes. We wait to see what that one was. As a quick shot happens on Jackson with the save. And this one stays in for the Panthers. Panthers still keeping steady possession. No goaltender as this one gets blown dead as it was touched by Hurricane.
And this is one of the things now for Miami as a young team that they're going to have trouble with, right? They're going to get aggressive, and they're going to take stupid penalties like the elbowing game misconduct, right? So if you're Miami right now, you've just got to cool down, focus on just finishing this game, these next 13 minutes and 9 seconds, with as minimal more damage as you can. You're already on a short bench, so you don't want to lose any more players tonight or tomorrow.
Big game tomorrow. 10:15 puck drop here at Kendall Ice Arena. AM, yes. And Florida Tech will lose this one, and Michael Noss will clear that one all the way down the ice. 1:30 left to go in the power play for the Panthers.
7 minutes. Correction, 6 minutes, 51 seconds.
They play catch and it goes out of the zone. Rather, it stays in the zone off the skate of a Panther. Somehow find its way back into the zone, and Jonathan Dawson will clear that one down the ice once again. Just about a minute left to go in this period. 12:07 left to go in this third period. Here come the Panthers on the attack. That one's blocked. Not. Still some back and forth from both teams. The Panthers find a way. Great block by, I believe that was Michelini. Great job making sure that pass in front of the crease didn't end up in the back of the net. And the Hurricanes force Florida Tech out of the zone. And that one gets intercepted by Michelini once again. But he loses it shortly, but that's exactly what you want on a penalty kill rather.
I was talking to Michelini during the intermission, and one of the things he told me, he said, listen, that first goal, that one's on me. So he's going to go out there. He's going to do the best that he can to try to make up for that.
As Michelini passes it up out of the zone for Ethan Bloch. And the Hurricanes will get a change. The Siegeman line out there now. And a dangerous opportunity in front of the net. Just off the stick. And they're going to get Frankie Alzadi for that one. And a Panthers down on the ice. Jared Green on the ice for the Panthers.
Yeah, I just saw the tail end of that, but a couple of years ago I talked to one of the officials after the game, and one of the things that they look for is when a player does get hurt, sometimes they do have to take that reactionary penalty. Again, I didn't see what happened. Obviously, there was a takedown of some sort.
Are they going to kick? They're going to kick
I think so.
him out of the game. Maybe they're going to put him in the box. I mean, that's what I assumed.
I think they're kicking him out.
Wow. I didn't really quite see what happened. I didn't really think it
was
looked that
behind
serious.
the play.
It didn't look that serious for a game ejection.
We'll try to get the official call on this. The only thing, like I said, I saw it late, so the only thing I could think of would be if it was like butt ending or something like that.
2 games.
Spearing. Well, that'll do it.
Wow, yeah. I didn't quite see a spear, but that's what they called it on the ice, so that's what we will call it.
Yeah.
And there's now a 5-minute major.
Yeah, spearing's automatically a 5-minute penalty.
Yep.
You don't see it often, and I'll say this. I don't even know what a spearing is because I don't see it that often, so maybe that's what I missed. It's just not a penalty that you see called at any level, really. It's a very dangerous play, a spear.
It's one of those things that you kind of hear and you're like, ooh, like spearing.
And that's why I said I did see the butt end of the stick, and that would be very similar to butt ending, would be a spearing call.
As the Hurricanes will try to play defense here on the penalty kill. 5 minutes to go. They got to just try. At this point, for morale reasons, you got to just try to chip back. A goal would help. And here comes Skinner. Skinner now, all the way down the ice. On the backhand, he misses the net. Skinner all the way down the ice. Skinner with a great opportunity. Couldn't quite get it, but the Hurricanes back on the attack. Skinner with the puck again, takes a shot, ends up in the breadbasket of Groom. Man, talk about that opportunity for Henry Skinner.
And that's what I want to see here in the last 9 minutes of this game. I want to see some of the new players, the young players shine. I don't want to see them get physical. I want to see their offensive abilities. I want to make sure that these guys can play at this level. This is not about winning and losing right now. Right now, the biggest thing is just showing what you got. This is essentially a 9-minute audition.
Del Duca will step in for the offensive zone draw on the penalty kill. 3:20 left to go in that penalty. And Del Duca will go in the corner.
And one of the keys when you're killing a penalty, especially a 5-minute penalty, is if the broadcasters don't realize that you're on a penalty kill, that usually means they're doing a good job of it.
Yes, absolutely. As Florida Tech just having kind of a hard time recollecting themselves as they come up neutralized now. The Panthers still keeping the puck in neutralized. Great job defending that blue line by the Hurricanes. And a quick shot blocked there by Michelini. And some more action in front of the net. One of those dangerous things we see. 2 goals have resulted from that tonight, where just all the bodies are in the crease, but no harm done there, as the Hurricanes will make a penalty kill change.
So if you're Miami, just to reset, you're down 2 guys on your bench. You're down a man for another 2 minutes. Just reset, focus on the last 8 minutes of play here, and try to get a little momentum going into tomorrow.
You love to see this fight, though, from some of the penalty killers. Not really backing down, keeping their heads up high.
I've been really impressed with how they've played these 4.5 minutes or so.
Whoa.
Right over there?
Wow. I mean, I don't know. These are like way behind the whistle.
Try to explain. What did you see? Please tell us.
I don't know. I just can't. This is crazy. I just
Folks,
feel like
speechless.
I just feel like sometimes the referees, especially in the state of Florida when I was playing all the time, there was like no like allowance for like extracurriculars behind the play. But I feel like Florida Tech has just got away with some things.
Well, I'll say this. Definitely at the AAU level, there's a little bit more. They let them play a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
And
I see that.
And in fairness, Miami's gotten those calls too. It hasn't been really lopsided. I mean, the spearing call is the spearing call, right?
Yeah. Ooh, great save there by Jackson off the stick of that Panther. A little side-to-side save off the pad. Jackson's definitely staying high in his post. I mean, he's keeping his head up as he walks right in.
Now, if there's anybody, if you had to say to us, guys, you have to give a star of the game, and it has to be a Miami player. Despite the 5-1 score, I'm still giving it to Harlan Jackson. This bounce back by him, it's not going to go down on paper as a great game for him, but you can see his confidence is back. You can see that he's in the right place, doing the right things. It's just a matter now of putting it all together, and I think he's going to be fine tomorrow.
I think so, too. I mean, he's faced 36 shots on goal we're seeing here on our board. That is no easy task. Those are NHL-level numbers.
Yes.
And
listen, last week he allowed 9 goals, but he faced 50, I think it was 54 or 55 shots when all was said and done.
Groom loved that one there.
Yeah, just kind of held it in his glove a little bit too long, and they were forced to blow it dead.
It looks like he was trying to look for some help, but then there was a hurricane that was kind of flying down the ice. They kind of let him hold it like.
But this is what we want to see out of them, right?
Yeah.
Attacking, a little bit of physicality, but more just attacking the puck.
Brennan Stein gets a shot on net, shuffled by Groom, and
it's really one of the things we haven't seen from the D2 team or the D3 team yet that I'm waiting to see from this team is steady offensive possession. That was their calling card last year, and, I mean, it showed in the scoreboard.
A little bit of misdirection in front. Great save there by Jackson. Staying on his toes. A little misdirection, little bing-bang play there.
Yeah, somehow we're back to 5-on-5.
As the Panthers get another opportunity in front. Another opportunity in front. They cannot bury it. Great job by Jackson standing on his toes.
Those were the saves that Jackson was not making last week. So that's why I say, hey, he's made a lot of progress. He's in a much better spot right now.
And now that puck is under a body as Hurricanes got to stay on. And the ref will just blow this one dead. They're going to get coup for that one.
And the referee on the far side just kind of put his hands up like, what do you want me to do? You got to get onside.
I don't think that Koo is quite aware that he was offside. That's why he was going full steam ahead. And we will have a neutral zone face-off here for the Hurricanes. It's going to be Koo there, I believe. on Ravens Twitter.
Connor, we're in the last 5 minutes here. Again, Miami needs to keep the puck out of their net, and they need to at least show me a little bit of offense going into tomorrow.
Yeah, just a little bit of momentum. Any kind of momentum helps, especially when you're down 5-1 in this one.
Well, especially when you're down 5-1 and you have a 10-hour layoff, 11-hour layoff, it's enough time you can kind of cool down a little bit. But you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to say, you know what? It's a new day. We scored a couple of goals in that third period. If they do here, we can do this.
Here comes Nos with the puck now. He gets through 2 defenders, falls on his knees.
As opposed to the alternative, which is waking up in the morning, doing your laundry, having your breakfast, going through a routine. It actually is good that they're really not going to be able to go through a routine tomorrow.
I mean, you kind of just go straight back into it. It's like you're playing literally less than 9 hours later, pretty much.
I mean, if they would let me, I would sleep here on the benches, honestly.
We were gonna try to keep our camera crew, camera stuff here, but we still haven't figured that one out. We will see how that goes tomorrow. Hopefully it goes smoothly.
Well, if we have a broadcast tomorrow, you'll know that we were able to secure the camera.
As there's a shot there by Owens, quickly saved by Groom. With 3:20 left to go in this third period, 5-1 Florida Tech over the University of Miami Hurricanes. Offensive draw for the Hurricanes.
Extra man coming on. Is it an extra man, or were they? I don't know what's going on. They need one more guy?
Yeah, they only had 4 on the ice.
They need one more.
So Skinger will step in and take that face off. This one goes around the net. Back to Skinger. Skinger. Here come the Panthers on the attack. That one goes over the shoulder of Jackson. And the Hurricanes will have it on neutral ice, trying to figure out what can happen here. There's a pass. Here comes Skinker. He passes it, misses it to Koo, and the Panthers will come the other way. Here comes a shot that couldn't go. Well defended there by Owens, as he will take this pass. A little one-on-one action. Fakes the slap shot, goes wide.
And you really see the difference between a D2 player and a D3 player for Miami when you have a guy like Ray Owens out there. He knows the system. He has a little bit of a harder shot, a little bit more confidence. And I think that's where these guys can be at. They just need to get a little bit more confidence under their belt and just some more game time.
Yeah, Brendan Stein kind of founds Florida Tech on the sleepy side, but it gets clear.
So last year, Miami had kind of an opposite schedule to this at Nationals. Their first game was the first game of the tournament for the D3 tournament. It was 8 o'clock in the morning, and I believe that was, I say it was a Wednesday morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. But then the next day, their game wasn't until 9:30 at night. That's
a tough turnaround.
Yeah, that's a little bit different than this is a piece of cake compared to that.
Oh, God, that's awful. I mean, they put them up through a lot, but they make it through for the love of the sport. It's all
Absolutely.
about love
And
of
those
the sport.
tournaments, that national tournament last year was a blast. It was so much fun. I mean, it was great to see all those teams. So much talent at Iceland last year. This year, that tournament is actually going to be in Jacksonville, so not too far. Whether or not Miami advances to it, a great opportunity for fans here in the state of Florida to see some great athletes.
And the Panthers, with just about 1 minute to go left in the third period, the Hurricanes have this one down in the Panther zone. And this one will probably just wind down with one more offensive push as they turn it back over. Both back and forth. Florida Tech in their zone. Getting the pass up to Morgia. Oh, humongous hit by Morgia.
Yeah, they're calling
They're
it.
going to call that one.
That's a charge.
That was a big hit there with 19 seconds to go left in the third period.
Yeah, it's just academic at this point, but you got to call that charge.
We hope that Berman is all right. He took that one head on. And the Hurricanes will get a power play to finish off the rest of this one. Maybe a goal here to install some momentum into the next game, potentially. As
We'll see.
The Hurricanes lose this draw. That one goes back to Gidley. Gidley will just hold that one, but it gets taken away. And the Hurricanes will get another shot. That one goes out of play, and there's zeros on the clock. And that will do it. 5-1 Florida Tech victory over the University of Miami Hurricanes. Not the greatest game from this D3 squad, but they showed a lot of fight in this one. As the teams will shake hands now.
So I think there's a lot to like. There's a lot not to like. That first period, I thought Miami played great. Got a hard luck goal for Florida Tech. That is what you build off of. Second period, they were outworked. Third period, I thought honestly, when they were playing offense, it was a balanced period. It was just the physicality, has me choked up. It was just the physicality that I really think got in the way of that third period.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll be interesting to see how they come into this next game. I really hope to see a little bit more fire from this squad. It felt as though after the second period, the wheels almost fell off. But I liked the fight that I saw from certain players at the end of the game.
I think the idea of the third period, the idea of playing a little bit more physical, the idea of trying to just, play a little bit more defense was good. I think they overdid it a little bit, led to the two stupid misconduct penalties. The spearing call is definitely something that's not going to go on anybody's highlight reel. So I think they just got to reel that in a little bit. And if they play a physical game, but also play an offensive game, which is what they did last year, that's the key to success. They need to start focusing on the offense, but also not be bodied around. They got to stand up for themselves. I have no problem with that. What I have a problem with are the cheap shots, the spears, etc., which these guys are young. Remember, the D3 team does have younger players, so it's not shocking in the sense of these guys are going to learn, but it's not a habit that you want to make.
Yep, and we will see how they do tomorrow morning. Yeah,
you better not show up tomorrow night. I'm not doing this by myself.
No, absolutely. I will be here. Justin will be here tomorrow morning at 10:15 here at Kendall Ice Arena here in Kendall, Florida. That'll do it for us, though, here at Kendall Ice Arena. It's been Justin and Connor.
We'll see you in 12 hours. Actually, 11 hours and 45 minutes.